need somebody's touch. Sometimes I feel so weary, my eyes get teary. Somebody's love. Will you ask me to dance before the music's over and the night is through? Will you twirl me and swirl me just like in the old days they used to do? Bedtime, will you pull me aside and say I love you? Will you ask me to dance Will you ask me to dance before the night is through?
SME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
The shutdown over Lake Huron. It's the fourth such action in 8 days as U.S. officials remain after the suspected Chinese spy balloon.
The Pentagon says Sunday's object flew near sensitive U.S. military sites and was a threat due to its potential surveillance capabilities.
Fox's Ann Carrick, military analyst, will examine the debris to learn more. The Kansas City Eagles in Super Bowl 57.
Harrison Butker's 27-yard field goal with 8 seconds left was the difference. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl 38-35 Sunday night. Patrick Mahomes.
SME.
Live and local. Real Talk starts now.
Let's see. Day of the week.
Monday.
Oh,
Usually follows
thank
Sunday.
Yeah.
So yesterday was Saturday.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Sunday.
Mhm.
Today is
Monday.
the day after Sunday.
Post Super Bowl.
But everybody's still talking about it.
They are.
Just get over it. Move on. You know, there's controversy involved.
Controversy.
And I don't understand why.
Well, apparently the Philadelphia fans back in Philadelphia, they went on a rampage last night.
Mhm.
It's probably about that one call that the
Just rabble rouser.
But you know, that's part of the game.
Yeah, and it is a game. So, well, maybe it's more significant than what I thought.
Well,
Anyway, really close, especially, and then the Kansas City Chiefs, they came from behind.
yes, they did.
In the last 8 seconds, I think it was, kicked a field goal. Oh, that's the kind of game that makes it a game, a good game.
Yeah.
I had said this was going to come down to the last minute.
And it can
Mhm.
last 8 seconds,
Yeah.
and that was really that's pretty cool. Let's see, even one play last night.
I know you were talking.
You were so busy.
Yeah, I was busy. You had a good party last night.
Thank you.
And great food.
Thank you.
Take that thing on the road.
I know. You need a food truck. Super Bowl
There
food
you
truck.
go.
People like the Nap Super Bowl parties.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it was a great event and great people there. And,
Good.
I met some. I met one new guy and his wife, and they were really cool people.
Yeah. I thought
Yes.
you'd like him.
Yes.
He's a talker.
You
Oh, he's a
too.
talker.
He is a talker.
You met match.
That's what I made a comment. Said Rayford's met his match with him.
It was
Yeah.
all history last night
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Civil
well,
War on
And he
up.
loves to talk history.
Well, he
Yes.
does. He's
Yeah.
a historian,
Mhm.
and he Civil War buff,
Mhm.
and happens to be that I know a bit about that,
Mhm.
and other history from Eastern North Carolina.
And
He's not-
Rayford, he's a photographer too.
I know
Just
that.
like
Yes.
you. Y'all have a whole lot in
we
common.
got that in. He
Well-
actually I said, when I carry 21 rounds,
Mhm.
and he said, "Oh, what do you got?" I said, "A SIG." He said, "Oh, what, you got a 365?" I said, "Uh-huh."
Well, you know
Yeah.
what the best part was? He's a retired mail carrier. Woo, woo, for the
Yeah.
post
You
office.
mean that he's no longer there? It's good that he's no longer there. Is that what you
He's
mean?
retired.
He probably
He's
taught
retired.
history at every stop that he made, right?
Yes.
So Took
probably.
3 Callan.
He was one of those few that came in on time every day.
Oh, I can imagine.
And he
be on
gave a
time.
lot to his customers on every year. Eve.
Oh, that's
He
good.
dressed as Santa in the
Really?
mail truck. Yeah.
He
He's crazy.
he and his wife were on. We were all on a trivia team together.
Mhm.
That's how I got to know them well. Yeah.
I found her open her mouth and
She's
say
quiet,
something.
yeah.
She's really
quiet.
quiet.
Yeah.
She's a very
Yeah.
nice
She's
woman.
very sweet.
But-
She's a retired social worker.
and she's a very smart lady.
Very smart.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
She's
anyway,
done a lot of stuff.
it's a good thing. And Super Bowl, it was a Super Bowl weekend, but not to be overshadowing the events of this past
Oh.
weekend.
This weekend was
yeah.
what was
I am
happening.
like-
Lee kept texting me.
I need to get a bigger gun.
Yes, I agree. Comment.
I'm
Some-
putting a satellite over my house.
I'm
Something
telling you, I'm
else
gonna
that
put a
came up
dome over
that-
mine.
that I thought about is
Mhm.
I think all of the police departments, I think all of our military gun range, their targets should no longer be those silhouette targets.
No, they need target.
They
There are
should
things
be
in the sky.
balloons.
Yes.
No, they should just be putting balloons up there.
Yeah.
That's your
I
target,
agree with
people.
you.
Yeah, good. That,
I agree
that's
with
good.
that.
Oh, if I
Yeah.
go, I'm gonna when I go back to the range, I'm carrying some balloons.
Yeah, forget the B-27s.
Yeah.
Just put
Yeah, I
some
don't care about
balloons
that.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those silhouette targets.
To buy a surface to air missile launcher. I want to buy my own.
You can't
I know.
have that.
No, I think we just need.
But someone search hard enough.
There's some used ones, but
Yeah.
they don't work anymore. They're one shot.
No,
deal.
Kelly, I've got the perfect solution.
Okay.
Let's build a bomb shelter underneath the man cave in the vents.
We could do that.
We could do that.
We got
Yes.
thirsty. We can just go up through the little
Yeah.
patch and get us
There's
some.
actually one that is
drink.
right back there
Yes.
Yes.
that was built back there
Sweet.
that we built.
Well, then we're coming to Rayford.
We got to
Yeah.
uncover it.
we know where we're
we got to
going.
start from scratch though, because they plowed it under. And my dad, I decided to put it to rest.
Used it for the
Oh,
garden.
no, he
Yeah.
was a little pretty.
Snow on top of it,
Uh-huh.
first of all, so all the people would get there are no hills around.
Down it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
brought their dish pans,
Mhm.
everything
Whatever
else
you
that they could
could
put
use,
their butt
yeah,
on and
yeah.
go down it. And I could go inside it. I don't care how cold it was. I remember inside was about 57, 58
Oh my
degrees.
God, I would freeze. But I hear you.
No. During the wintertime,
Mm-hmm.
outside or inside. But I could go in there to warm up. But time
Cool.
in
70?
the low 70s on the hottest day ever.
Oh, I can deal with that.
Nice.
That would make me happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That can air for a place like that.
Yeah.
Jones Onslow go broke on me.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
it
like
about the way
that.
my house is with that metal roof because it's put it on the
Mhm.
so it's so insulated. I can't hear the winds blowing.
I like that.
I
That's
like
what
it.
it is over here in this
Yes.
bunker area.
Yes.
It's a double, and
bunker.
it's also
Mm-hmm.
at an angle,
Our
so
bunker is awesome.
nothing
Mhm.
penetrates it. So
Except
that
lizards.
works out well.
Yeah, that's Frankie.
Did we say
Where's
who we
Frankie?
were? Oh,
We-
I can't remember. That was spent 8 minutes ago.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
we're here. Good Monday morning.
It is a good Monday morning. If you
Sure.
guys want to chat with us this morning about anything, Super Bowl balloons or whatever, we're going to bring up some whatever.
Is today President's Day?
No,
or is
that's
that next week? I
That's
thought
next
so,
week.
but there was no traffic on the road and no school
Well, wait a minute
buses.
now. This is supposed to be around the 12th. Today's
Yeah,
the
but
third.
Yeah, but
I
I
thought it
thought,
Between
was
the
next
12th
week.
I
and
thought
the 20th.
President's Day next week.
Used to be there were two President's Days. One was Lincoln's
Well, it's
birthday. The other
positive.
one was Washington's birthday. Then they finally combined it to be President. There used to be
Let's look at my
Lincoln Day,
calendar.
and
I
then
think it's Monday because I want to say
it
that
probably is.
the work calendar says President's Day is Monday.
Yeah.
Next
Right.
Monday, the
It's the
20th.
20th. But it must be
But it used to
an
be
off day
2
for the
days
school.
during
No, the kids
February.
were in my neighborhood were walking to school. I saw them.
Really? I
Mhm.
didn't see any school buses this
You just
morning. I
missed the
usually do
buses.
one on Country Club.
You
Hmm.
just right.
You got in between them.
You just need to remember what time you left today to start going at that time because
But
the kids
it's
in my neighborhood were walking the north side.
Generally, the same time I leave every
Or maybe all the
I don't know.
buses were running late.
Maybe they were
because of Super Bowl.
They were all watching Super
or
Bowl.
they were looking for the latest balloon.
That could be a true thing too.
Balloon watch.
Yeah.
My God, I remember we used to go out and watch Telstar for satellites that were going up from
Yes.
here. We would go out and sit and lay down in the grass at nighttime. Now we need to go out and look for balloons.
Oh my gosh.
True.
If the balloon just suddenly runs out of air here, do I get to keep that stuff that's on board if it lands in my backyard?
I wonder what would happen. I probably shouldn't say this.
If we shut it down?
No, if we release a bunch of white balloons balloons.
I-
Wonder what would happen.
Would
Would we get in trouble?
We release them from here, they will end up there.
Okay.
Well, isn't there an ordinance in the city about releasing balloons? I believe. I think there's an ordinance about
You know
that.
that thing called 12 miles offshore? It's called international waters. Do what you want to do.
The stream.
Yep, we'll go to the stream station.
We're going to go to the stream.
I need about it, and somebody else had brought it up here on the show one day. I think brought it up somewhere, and just go offshore. China doesn't have a big lump there. China Beach,
I don't want to be that close.
and release a boatload of balloons,
So bad.
and say made in a new U.S. of A.
Oh my.
USA.
Psychological warfare. It's
But I tell you, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Kelly and I've been talking about. We're like, something's up.
well, there is something up. I don't know what it is. Shooting stuff down since what, Friday?
It's just like what, three
Thursday,
at least?
Thursday
Three?
night. So far, 4
Yes.
total. Weekend,
I
but
lost count. Yeah.
I think it's 3 more, and they're calling them objects, except on Fox News. No, one of the other networks. They object. They missed the J. I saw that on the crawl over the weekend. I'm like, you really didn't do that, did you? Oh, well, yeah, they did.
I've seen a lot of bad grammar.
This is the big OBECT.
Oh, object.
They misspelled object.
Oh my goodness.
Folks, go pay attention in school. If you get a job, now this is not a high-end position. It's a production assistant. We had them in TV when I was there. I was the news director. And when you are getting like the mayor of Wilmington and you misspell his name,
Right.
and you do this
not
time and
good.
again
Not
and
good.
again, and you get chewed, you get 3 shots
Mhm.
to keep your job. Or any word, any name, nothing. The third time you do, you're toast. First time I will give you a written warning. Second time they say, come to Jesus meeting.
Mhm.
Third time you're done. Just don't even finish the show. You're gone. I'll have somebody standing by. That misspelled the word.
Uh-oh.
Second night she misspelled a word. Third night she got it good. Friday comes along Friday. She misspelled it again, and I said, you're done. Here's a box of Kleenex. Go cry into it. I don't
You're
care.
a mean boss.
Yeah, I was. And I said,
But he's
Pack-
right.
pack
But
your
he's
mess,
right.
get out of here. This looks stupid.
Mhm.
One person in here making us look like we don't know what we're doing. I don't need you in here
Well,
anymore.
that reflects.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're toast.
I'm with you on that.
So 6 months go by. She goes to the station across the street. Good. Bless her heart. And 6 months goes by. I'm advertising executive producer, the person that was her boss, her immediate supervisor.
You better be lying about what I think you're about to say.
I got in the mail a letter addressed to me and misspelled my name. Dozen words. I posted it on our bulletin board in the newsroom. I did not respond, of course, to her.
I mean, you shouldn't have to go back and do
She
a
also
spell
misspelled
check,
her
but
current,
still.
her at that time current supervisor's name because he was a friend of mine over. You can't make this up.
Was she dyslexic severely?
No,
or
she was not.
just
She was just
lazy. Or-
lazy. The page and spell it. It's not that she reversed letters.
Mhm.
She left out letters, added letters, put the wrong letters in.
Maybe she needed to go back to take a class.
Well, we have
Yeah. First grade.
class.
we have
First
a
grade.
TV station that's within our area. And one day they were, and this is recently, they were doing a story on something that had happened here in Oslo. And Colonel Chris Thomas in one scroll, and he was sheriff. And then in another scroll, they had misspelled. How easy is the name Chris Thomas? And they misspelled it. And then I saw a station on their weather crawl along the bottom of the TV is weather, severe weather warning, but where they put what it is, it had to do with a dense fog warning. They put that in a color to separate it from the rest of. I mean,
Well, I saw a local this last week article about something here locally. If you're going to write something for if you're a media person, you better know how to write in a proper. How
Well,
embarrassing!
there's a lot of no oversight. But here's a problem. We, the media, to talk to people as though we're talking to people. In other words, we don't get highfalutin like you do with newspapers. I
Media.
understand. Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
No.
Okay. Well, broadcast media, they want you to talk not necessarily in complete sentences, but in phrases and things like that, because you're communicating. Okay,
It
I
was not
understand that.
broadcast media.
But the problem is some of the people that take that script,
Mhm.
because it's all scripted,
Yeah.
look at it and you read it, it's like, these people are dumb. I did that for second grade. Well, yeah, that's right. But the people who transfer it from the on-air broadcast copy to the Facebook page, website, no. You got to have somebody intelligent enough to rewrite it. Other thing that bugs me about TV and newspapers, put a new story up, but they leave all the old ones up with all the bad information that's no longer
Oh my
pertinent.
Lord!
And
Sometimes they'll
yes.
literally say like update or something. Just
Yeah.
change your storiness, in my opinion.
Well, that's
lately.
like last night, Kelly and I were researching having to do with the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
and we came up with a news story. But when it was the first news story in the article is from 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, strike
yeah, you got to be
that.
careful when you go back and
Yes.
Google from.
Mhm.
So anyway, any of you folks want to chat this morning? Anything got you up in the air? Got you know, your drawers in the water, whatever? Give us a call. 910-33. Do that right.
You did it right.
Hot dang.
I was
Try it
listening.
again. 910-456-7891-10.
Don't even do that. It's too early on a Monday morning for that. Yeah.
Speaking of 10, you know when 9/11, when they first came out with the 911 call system
Mhm.
Yes.
in the 80s, I think it was around here.
Really?
Yep. They changed it because one of the officers going around telling the kids and everything, here's all you need to do, dial 911.
Couldn't find an 11 button.
There's
9,
no
10,
11.
and 1. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So they changed it to 911. That's why it got changed
I never knew
and why it
that.
Oh, I
became
didn't know that either.
911.
But I mean, people
Alan,
are
there's a
off in
little
the
history
middle.
for you. You're live and local, Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Weather is next.
Everyone on my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly. You even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole in one without even trying. Capital is genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary. Ray Magliotti here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can... looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
A plan and consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
When you need comforting, who do you call? Quality Train Systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to Quality Train Systems, Jacksonville Jacksonville Heating Agency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor Service Agreement, you never pay retailers and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent Trane dealer. It's hard to stop. If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. Inland Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville. And 1 o'clock, phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM.
And welcome back. We're live, and we invite you to give us a call this morning. You want to chat with us? Coming up in about a half hour, we've got a young lady going to be talking about oysters. So right up front, got my attention.
Mine too.
So Shuck and Shag time coming up, and she's with the Coastal Carolina Community College.
Yep.
I have to keep getting these things straight because down at Wilmington we used to cover Coastal Carolina College. That was in Conway. Then there's another CCC.
Carolina University down there too.
Yeah, well, it used to be Coastal Carolina
Okay,
College. Now
all
it's
right.
Coastal Carolina. Then I get here. Robbie, of course, is at CCC.
Yeah, Carteret.
Carteret Community College, and now in Jacksonville. Coastal
it's
Carolina
a lot of
Community
C's.
College. Oh, yeah. Sea by the beautiful sea. Tideline Marine right here in Jacksonville, not very far from the beautiful sea, 18 miles to be exact before you hit the ocean. By water anyway. Great place to be. They got some specials going on. They're not open today. They're closed on Sundays and Monday off season. Give the people a rest. And also it gives Elise and George the opportunity to restock all the shelves because I'll tell you, by there and with the smart people out there coming in and getting their fishing lures, getting all the stuff they need to make sure their boats are ready to go. Them shelves over the weekend. So on Monday, that's kind of what they end up doing, getting everything ready for the week. But tomorrow morning, in about 25 hours, they're opening the doors and they will have all sorts of new stuff out there. New supplies come in every day of the week, every day. And so they're putting them up. They've sprees and you know how people love to shop. If you think you ladies like to shop,
I don't like to shop.
Get around sports people shopping.
Now, that kind of shopping I like.
They love going out finding new stuff, things that are better. The fish ain't never seen some of these lures before, so they're not accustomed to them. I think they would dodge some of the older lures. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But no, new, better, brighter. I saw one the other day that's really gold. Wow, you got to put sunglasses on if the sun's on it. That's how you attract fish. Do something a little bit different in the water. So anyway, Tideline Marine, they're at 159 Brings of downtown Jacksonville, open tomorrow in about 25 hours. Gale warnings in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Northwesterly winds 25 to 30 knots, gusts to 5 knots, becoming westerly 10 to 15 knots, seas 5 to 8 footers. Don't shake your head like that. You would love it.
I've done it. Nope.
The 6 in the afternoon, dominant period, 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers very
Do it.
rough.
Yes.
Diminishing to a morning easterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 4, dominant period 9 seconds, sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Diminishing today 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet.
Today, sunny, high of 63. It will be gusts 18 miles an hour. Tonight, clear, a little chilly, low of 38. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 64. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 46. And on Wednesday, partly sunny, 72, but gusty again on Wednesday with gusts as high as 23 miles an hour.
We got warm stuff coming in here during
During the week.
February. Yeah.
Don't be fooled.
Till it gets down to 29, and Saturday's only going to
I
be
can
50.
use my gas fireplace
There you
now.
go. You got something besides air in the lines, right?
Thank you,
And
great
it's
guy.
supposed to rain Friday, so dicey Friday night if you're not careful.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Or is
Stay
there
right here.
anything? Oh no, I'm not going anywhere this coming weekend because this Daytona.
Oh,
No,
that's her thing.
that's my. Get me wrong, but I don't
NASCAR
follow
is
it
Lee's thing.
like I do NASCAR. I'm just a NASCAR.
You go to
Barbie.
a Super
Tom Brady's out, so I couldn't wear that. So he's over. He's old news.
Patriots jersey.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Represent
They
my
weren't
team,
playing.
even though they weren't in it. It's okay. Still wore
Well,
it.
I do have to say that Rob the price for costumes last
I didn't
night.
even look at it.
He had socks on.
Oh my
And I
Lord.
asked him, what's on your socks? They were pictures of Kelly when she was just a little wee.
My
So
brother.
he's walking on you, right?
Yes, my brother gave him these stupid socks for Christmas, and then he took a picture of me from when I was like 4. It was an Easter picture. It's my face all
It's so
over
cute.
these socks.
So he's kicking you in the face?
Yes, it's just these.
I was
Robin loves these crazy
Oh,
socks.
they
Oh,
were.
God.
I loved them.
I hadn't
I
thought
did.
about that. I've done.
I don't know. I can ask him
Oh,
though.
would you please?
I will ask him.
You never,
Yeah.
you never can
I'll
tell.
text him right now and
Uh-oh.
ask him. It may take him a little while. He's already at work, but yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
will
liked them.
ask.
Dress award last night.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. He was
Yeah.
trying to be very casual with his pajama pants.
Is that what he was wearing?
Robin had his pajama pants. You didn't know.
Notice
Why do
that.
I notice that?
I was like, why are you wearing your pajamas? If
He's
I
like,
had
I wanted
known,
to be comfortable.
if I had known it was a pajama party, I would have worn.
That's what one of my other friends
Something
said.
more
Like,
comfortable.
you should tell us. I'm like, I didn't know until
You didn't notice that he had pants on?
no, I didn't notice he had his
Oh.
pajama pants on until everyone was there. I'm like, oh my Lord.
He had pajama
Yeah.
pants and Kelly's face on his socks, so he took the award.
You know, we'll give it to him today, I guess. After the game, I didn't even notice. Not
You
much.
were busy talking
I was
history.
busy. I was talking. Oh,
I like, I know.
It was
like,
an historical evening talking with
Yes.
that young man that I had never met before, and he's a wealth of knowledge.
yes, he loves
He's not a
history.
BSer. I will say that.
Yes.
And he was finally happy to find somebody who knew as much about history, local history, as he
Yes.
does.
Yeah, he's
And we
local.
exchanged
Yeah, he's local.
information, so
Yeah.
that was good. I like
Yes.
He lives in rich lands.
Yes.
that. Okay,
Mhm.
should we be worried today? Should we really be worried? I remember a time that we were literally scared out of our wits around here in this country. Crazy leaders of Russia would attack us with nuclear weapons without provocation. A lot of people, including my dad, we all built family fallout shelters. As a kid, I mixed mortar. That's the concrete stuff you put in between the blocks for the concrete blocks used for the walls. I remember doing that. I was just a tyke. That's a word that's not used much anymore.
I
Is it?
say that a lot,
Do you?
actually. Yeah.
A combination food locker and beds were built for the four of us, the family. Just great. It was really solid. But there was really nothing to provide ventilation or light when the power went out. The word in those days was that we would need to stay sheltered for 2 weeks in case of a nuclear bomb. If one happened here, of course, it was June here, this is going to be a
Which would make
target.
sense.
But no, if it happened here, if they dropped it here, it doesn't matter what you got. You're all gone. Fried. It won't have to worry about fallout.
That makes me feel great.
The word in those days was that we would need to start a nuclear attack in this country, even if it was the West Coast, because all the currents would bring the crap this way. We've seen that happen before.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when that went off?
I do remember that.
You know, ash was falling all around here too,
Mm-hmm.
from that 3,000 miles away.
Yep. Sure.
We did have a large, didn't need to be refrigerated or cooked. You can open up a can of soup and eat it.
Right.
Sanitation, didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yes.
You can run out and dispose of stuff and grab things as long as you didn't stay out there very long, and as long as you days, because things would be dissipating a
Correct.
little bit here.
Yeah.
2 weeks was the safe period.
Yeah.
Prepper group here in Oslo.
What about after 2 weeks? What are you going to do?
You better have a long-term plan. 2 weeks is not a good plan.
Fear was taking over at that time, but in reality, there was little that private citizens could ever do. Life in the United States would have never been the same.
No.
I doubt very seriously if we could have recovered as Japan did after we dropped 2 bombs on that very small, tiny country. Right. They recovered very nicely. With our help, of course. We blew it up, and then we paid for them to get it back.
Most people would not do that, though.
I know they would. Yeah. Who would do that for us?
No
Russia?
one.
No one.
No.
Now, today, we have a nuclear superpower flying over our nuclear silos, gathering as much intel as they need, and other than conventional techniques to take down their spy machines, we're still behind the 8 ball. So again,
I agree.
Should we be concerned?
Yes. And I've said it when the first balloon.
Should we be afraid? We were not as strong 65 years ago when we built that fallout shelter back here. Not nearly as strong as we are today, but we apparently had the Russian government convinced that any move they made would result in the end of their already unstable government.
And we don't have China convinced
of that. We do not have them. They're testing us.
They are.
They're testing us. And we have failed miserably.
Yes.
We have taken a bite of their poisoned apple, and we ain't nowhere as prepared as we should be. What about China? Aren't they concerned that we would retaliate? No.
No.
How many people do they have in China?
More than we have.
More than we have bombs to take care of.
That's right.
We could launch all of our missiles, and they would just call it population control. They would just continue on doing business.
Correct.
Look at what they did with the pandemic. We have no idea. So we have folks who call in here, Theo, and we know that more than 1 million people in this country died during that 2 years of the pandemic, right? More than 1 million.
That's right.
Out of 330 million people, more than 1 million died. How many, if they lost 20 million people in China?
It wouldn't make a dent. That sounds sad.
That's right. It would be the cost of doing business for them. I don't really think they care. They just keep on breeding and keep on supplying fodder for other countries in case something happens. I that's the scary part. They're not afraid of us.
No, they're not. And that's what we seem, I think, as a nation, we have become very complacent.
We have not put the fear of the US of A in them yet.
No. And we've talked about that over the last 6-7 months about how our military has become weakened. Our national security has become weakened. And it's what we've seen over the past week with these balloons, these whatever.
Antique objects.
How long has it been going on?
We have no way of knowing.
That's right.
How much intel have they gathered?
A lot. I'm going to say it again, a lot.
What would they gather that they don't already know? Because they got this country is already filled full of spies.
It is, and it could be verification.
Yeah.
They're re-verifying, or you check, double check, and triple check, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
So what's next? Which one of these vessels is going to contain some contaminant that will destroy us?
That's the first thing that Kelly and I were talking about with the one that they got last week. Like, how much COVID did it drop?
I was going to say they've already tested COVID here.
Right. True.
They don't need to go nuclear.
Well, no.
If they had attacked us during that 2-year pandemic with muskets, they could have won.
I think COVID was for the COVID virus was a prequel for them. I think it was,
I don't
phase 1. I do think that.
What's next?
We probably don't want to know. But and here's the thing. You know how I talked about when I was in DC and the DEA talked about, all the fentanyl coming in from China. Well, anyway,
it's made in China, y'all.
Yeah, getting the ingredients from China. Yes, it's similar with cartel and the CNCG or whatever cartel. That's where they're getting.
They got pill pressers in Mexico.
Yes, but the chemicals are coming from
Yep.
China. But the other thing is, I was watching something and I was just scrolling the channels and happened to see it, and it was very coincidental. It was Friday actually, and they were talking about the border, and it was some kind of documentary, and they were talking about how many people in the last year or so that have come across the border illegally and that Border Patrol knows about, or whatever they were talking about. I didn't catch the very beginning part, but they were talking about China having a very high number of people that are coming into, and what they said was very interesting. They said, they're coming from all parts of the border. They're coming from Canada into the United States.
Yes, they are
illegally, and they're coming from the southern border into the United States illegally.
So how did those guys who flew those airplanes out of America, how did they get into the United States across the Canadian border?
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't let them in. Otherwise, they could not come directly into this country.
Correct.
Well, because we would have caught them.
Yeah.
But they flew into Canada and they caught a plane or drove into the U.S. Hello, duh.
They're coming. That's what I'm saying. Like, and it goes back to that movie I watched, where China took over the United States, and what they did was they had a big EMP event. That's how they disabled us. And then they were here.
That's electromagnetic
yes.
stuff.
And they disabled things, and then their troops came in.
Mm-hmm.
And someone has said that's a pipe dream. No, it is feasible, and I think they would be capable of doing something like that.
Who's smarter at being devious, China or us?
China.
Yeah.
Oh, they've proven that. But one of our listeners, Tom, just said on Facebook, could be testing to see if they can use an EMP device or the balloons are full of fleas and plague.
And Thomas, you're right about on both accounts.
Yes.
So
Totally both
again,
accounts.
let's go back to my desire. Let's go get a bunch of balloons, and you know what we're going to do with them? We're going to load them with cockroaches and send them.
Oh, Lord.
The wind would blow it back our way. Unfortunately, that's just how our luck works.
That would be our luck.
Cockroaches and the attack of the roaches all over China.
Oh, God.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Eric Whitfield.
Hello, Eric. How you
Hello,
doing?
Eric.
Hey, Eric.
Long time no
I'm
hear.
doing good.
What's up?
I just want to give a history lesson, some background of what happened Tuesday night. Is a little bit bigger than what it looked like.
Tuesday night.
Board of Education.
Board of
meeting.
Education.
Board of
Gotcha.
Education meeting.
Let's hear it.
Back when Pam Thomas, Earl Taylor, and all of them were on the Board of Education, they enacted Policy 2120, which is Code of Ethics for School Board Members.
Oh, really?
I'm writing this down. Go ahead.
Jonathan Merritt and Bob Williams voted against this Code of Ethics.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to, if I can, bring these documents to you guys so you can read over
I
them,
would like that.
discuss it later on. But from my perspective, and I did use this argument in court, this is a violation of people's constitutional rights. And they did that, in the past because there's this mentality that we should kind of support our staff, pretty much make them untouchable. And that's what the vision was for Pam Thomas and Earl Taylor and Bill Lanier was to silence opposition and to do it in like a crafty way and to make us all hold hands, kiss, and hug and be happy and joyful all the time. So it's an ideological battle, and that the staff is not supposed to be challenged.
Okay,
you can
so
criticize the president of the United States, but you cannot criticize.
so this passed. Is that what you're telling me?
What's that?
This passed and is part of the school board's policy.
Yeah, this policy 2120
Yes.
Code of Ethics. And I'll bring a copy of this
Okay,
to you
thank
guys
you.
so you guys can read it over. And
We're at a different
maybe talk
location
about it.
now, so call me before you come, and I'll tell you how to find me.
Eric, are you saying that this policy, where the current chairman wanted to change the board member comments to the beginning of the meeting from the end, is that a result, do you think, of that policy?
Yes, it's like I said, it's a development that's been going on for years. Them kicking me out, they could not have kicked me out without this code of ethics. And it is, I know from experience, it is enforceable. You talk to a lawyer and they say this is crap, you can't really enforce this because it's unconstitutional. But I can tell you for a fact that it is enforceable.
Yeah, well, they enforced it, that's for sure.
They hit on
And
you.
So if Louis Rogers wants to criticize the upper echelon of the staff there, they can silence him. I know that we believe in America and all this, but that's not the way things work in North Carolina. There is no freedom of speech. There is no right to an attorney. There is no, you know what I'm saying? That stuff is not real.
Okay.
Not in this state. So I just wanted to, share this information with you guys. Know that this is an ideological battle.
I want to see
and
it.
Bill Lanier has been emboldened by kicking me out of office. Now they're all powerful and they're untouchable. And they can silence any opposition. You can criticize Joe Biden, but you cannot criticize Bill Lanier. You cannot criticize Barry Collins.
Okay.
And I think that's bizarre that they have more power than the president of the United States. It's kind of weird.
Or more protection anyway, right?
Yeah. I'm just, yeah. So
All right,
it's
Eric.
kind of an interesting
I'll
ideological
be-
thing
Thanks,
that's
Eric.
going on.
I'll be anxious to see it. 2120.
Okay.
I have it written down. Yeah.
I'll call you back after the show and
Okay.
arrange bringing these documents to you.
Sounds like a
I
winner.
like it.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
Eric Whitfield, thank you.
We
Eric, so-
really need to extend an invitation to the chairman of the Board of Education,
That we
Bill
do.
Lanier, and see if we can get him in here this week just to talk about what happened.
Yep.
Clear it up.
Well,
on
I'd like
his
to,
end.
not even just what happened, but I would like for him to help me to understand, because I'll be honest, I don't.
I don't
The
understand.
mindset of why you would not want the board member comments at the end of the night so they could address every individual that stood up in public comment to talk. Like, what are you afraid of? I guess to me, it just seemed like you're scared of something. And so if he's not, I would like, because to me, it's less transparency.
Maybe there was a reason for doing that. I don't know because I haven't
Well,
heard.
I don't know what legitimately good reason you could give for wanting to do that. How can anyone address the people that have then why have public comment?
Yeah. Well, hopefully you're right. We do need to get him in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
And,
I'd like
so-
to know.
I'll give him a shout today.
Yeah, give him a shout and say,
Yeah.
listen, lots been said. Okay, we had a week to calm down. Let's just figure out a day we can get you in here. Okay.
Yes.
And I know we got
Because
another
I think
caller
we
on the
need to
line.
hear all sides of the story.
Timmy, don't hang up, Timmy. I got to take a break here. We're running a little bit late, but we'll be right back here live in local Real Talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Rotary Civic Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. Admission is free. Check out products and services from area companies. Sample free signature menu items from local restaurants from 11 till 1. And enjoy entertainment on the big stage from youth organizations and local schools.
Don't hang up, Tim. We'll be right with you.
Showcase is sponsored by Under Construction Safety and Molly Maid of the Crystal Coast. For more information, log on to swansborochamber.org.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If you own rental property but don't have time or expertise to manage it, entrust Fountain Management with managing your rental properties. There will be no disappointments. Fountain Management is very receptive to answering any questions along the way. If you're looking for an honest, professional, friendly management company, call Fountain Management today, 910-455-1609, or visit Fountain Management at 255 Williamsburg Parkway, Jacksonville.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we are back. And on the line with us, we have the one, the only, Tim Thomas. Good morning, Tim.
This morning, all you Southern people.
What do you mean Southern? What's wrong with the South?
Right now, I'm Yankee-fied this morning.
Oh, you're Yankee-fied?
Where are you?
I am south of Indianapolis, Indiana.
What?
Oh my.
Well, so am I, but you know.
What are you doing there?
Yeah.
He's driving.
I'm not, but I'm a bit further north.
He's trucking. Is it snowy there?
No,
Okay.
It's actually 37 degrees, clear. I left yesterday morning in the rain.
Yuck.
And I made it to Louisville, Kentucky in 10 hours and
Louisville.
37 minutes
Louisville.
That's
from
where my mama was
Wilmington.
born.
And I went to bed there, and now I'm on my way to West Side Chicago.
Oh, yikes.
I hope you are armed.
I hope you were locked and loaded.
Well, we're not going to talk about that, but yes, if we're not by ourselves, Rayford,
I got you, Liam. I got you loud and clear, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I checked on that. Where I'm going, I can.
Yeah, well.
Well, yeah, you have to check that out. He's not trying to be arrested.
Well, actually your truck is your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am right now. I'm in Seymour, Indiana, on my way, but it's on the west side. It's not actually in Chicago. It's a little place called Romeoville, Illinois.
Places I've never
That's tomorrow.
heard of.
And the really bad part, I'm in a day cab of all things. I don't even have a sleeper.
You don't know
Oh,
sleeper?
no.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh no.
No, well, you get a hotel by doing that.
Yeah.
But we didn't have one available. But I have to come up here, a company purchase some railroad equipment, and you have to have a special trailer to haul it. And it's called a rail trailer.
Uh-huh.
It has slots in the trailer
Uh-huh.
where your rail equipment will roll up into that slot, and that's how you have to haul it.
Well, it
And-
keeps it from falling off, I would assume, having a slot. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, it stabilizes it better. And the company asked me would I go. I said, no, I ain't going. And of course, I finally looked at him after the third day. So another guy was supposed to go, and he backed out. And I said, if I have to go, I'm going on my terms and my terms only. And they said, what is that? I said, I'm leaving out Sunday morning.
Mm.
So get away from the traffic.
Yep.
And I woke up at 5 o'clock Sunday morning. I heard that rain. I said, "Oh my
Boy,
God.
yeah, I was boy, I stupid or
Yeah,
what?
that was a bad idea.
Woo.
So
I didn't get out of the rain until I got to Hurricane, West Virginia.
That's the really name of the town?
Hurricane
Yep,
West
it's-
by God, Virginia.
It's spelled hurricane, but they call it hurricane.
Yeah.
And I got out of the rain, and I like I said, I made it to Louisville. I hadn't been up here since the 90s.
Oh.
I used to leave out of Leland every Monday night, me and another guy, and we'd carry loaded tobacco up here to Cicero Avenue, south side of Chicago. And we get here Monday afternoon or Tuesday afternoon. but I'm not going there. But I just want to call in. I'm sitting here on something that we have talked about before. It's called the dual speed limit.
Uh-huh.
You remember we talked about that? Well,
Uh-huh.
Indiana still has that.
Really?
It's 70 miles an hour unless you drive a truck.
And then
If
it's
you're driving
60.
a truck, it's 65.
I remember those
used to be-
days. That was wild.
Used to be 55. When I came up here in the 90s, it was 55 mile an hour.
Amazing. All right.
I don't like that. But
I-
I
you
understand.
know-
I
Well, I
understand.
don't like
why,
it
yeah.
either.
Well, you know, that's a huge issue, a questionable thing he just brought up. If you're a truck driver and you're basically living in your truck, what are the laws concerning carrying from state to state? Now, if you're a truck driver,
if you have a sleeper, it is considered a residence.
okay, so
Right.
you can drive into New York and have a weapon on
Yeah.
you.
In your cab, in
In-
the living quarters.
In,
Yes.
in your sleeper. Used to, you'd have to. They could search your truck, but it was said. We had a lawyer say this back in the 90s. Now, laws, things changed. But it was said if you had the curtain closed on your sleeper,
Yep.
they had to get a warrant to go in your sleeper.
Yep.
Now,
Ah,
you had
interesting,
side
yes.
doors on your sleeper that would go underneath your sleeper. They could check those.
Makes
But
sense.
to actually go through that curtain, you had to have a warrant. Now, I've been told since then that was false, but a lawyer didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
So I don't blame it.
Yeah.
I go with the lawyer.
Yeah, definitely. Write his name down
Hey,
and
Timmy.
his telephone.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thanks, Tim. Be
Y'all
careful.
Be
driving.
safe,
Y'all
Tim.
enjoy it.
We miss you.
Y'all enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we miss y'all too. I'm like I say, I'm trucking up here. I'm gonna get this equipment, try to head back. But I stayed in Louisville, Kentucky last night.
Well,
It was an awesome hotel. It was a Quality Inn. I'll give them a plug. It was so clean. I could not get over
excellent.
how clean it was, and that's all I care about. I care about a bed, bathroom, and how clean it is.
There you go.
And they had a fantastic breakfast. But y'all be good. I'm still listening. Love y'all. Y'all
Appreciate
be
it.
quick.
Yeah, we
Tim,
miss
thank
you.
you. He's an hour.
Okay,
No,
bye.
he's still Eastern time there, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryan professional is always ready, standing by to protect your home's comfort and defend you from uncomfortable temperatures and the higher energy bills associated with them. Ready to do whatever it takes for your home, your family, and you to be comfortable without breaking the bank. Because when the temperature falls, that's when your local Bryan professional turns up the heat efficiently.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this winter. Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, serving our community for over 25 years. Also, Down East can help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today at 346-4311.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Whole bottom round, just $3.59 a pound. Half cut, bone-in strip loin, just $7.99 a pound. How about beef back ribs, $2.99 a pound. Whole bone-in pork loin, just $1.39 a pound. Whole chickens, $1.49 a pound. And quarter sliced pork loin, just $1.79 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson Farm chicken. Over in produce, sweet, juicy blueberries, just $2.99 a pint. County Gold cantaloupes are only $2.99 each. Jumbo bell peppers, 99 cents each. Roma or vine ripe tomatoes, just $1.79 a pound. How about a 3-pound bag of California navel oranges for $3.99? Fresh jumbo yellow onions, just 99 cents a pound. And sweet and red cherries, just $4.99 a pound. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. And oh, by the way, you get 3 12-packs of Cokes or Sprites for just $14. Remember, save big with the pig.
After After a long day, who wants to spend time in the kitchen? Let the Burrow Restaurant simplify your life and do the cooking for you. Family dinners that will please even the pickiest palate. Place your to-go order at the Burrow's Facebook page. Tell us if there's a special pickup time or any other instructions, and we'll take care of the rest. And craft cocktails to go. Restrictions apply. Ask for details. Simplify your life with help from the Burrow Restaurant, 109 Front Street in historic downtown Swansboro.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back here for just a minute or so. Coming up at the top of the hour, right after Fox News break, we've got a young lady in here, and we're going to be talking about shucking and shagging. Have you ever been shagging?
Yeah.
You know how to shag?
I can't shag.
I have been shagging. Yes.
Did it work?
I had someone try to teach me once.
Oh.
It's to me, it's hard to learn how to do that, but
I thought you just get up there and don't move anything but your feet. Isn't that
to me,
about it?
there's more to it than that. But
All my years of dancing,
I love to watch people do it,
doing ballet, jazz, and all that. I try to shag.
Shag is
go,
hard.
I go back into the muscle
Yeah.
memory of those other
Yeah.
dances that I took so many years of. I can't do it.
I like to watch people do it.
There was a shag club in Wilmington,
There used to
right
be.
between
Yeah.
Wilmington and Carolina Beach, right there, and I forgot the name of it. Right close to where I live. But
There used to
anyway,
be one around here too.
is that right?
Mhm.
But anyway, they used to
There's
go
a
there.
lot of
But
shaggers
you know,
around
I don't really care about the shagging, but there's something coming up going to be in conjunction with the shagging.
You like the shucking.
The
that
shucking.
shucking
what
thing.
Ray- that's what Rachel likes,
Oh
the
yeah.
shucking.
Me too.
Yeah.
I still got a bucket of oyster shells out there that
Do you?
I've got to dispose of. Well, we recycle.
Do not
them.
put them in front of the mailbox, please.
Why? You don't want them?
Postal people don't like that.
We don't like running over those things. That'll cut your tires. I used to get so mad when my customers did that. I was like,
I hadn't
don't.
thought about that. People used to run off the street down here and
So you
big ruts in it. That's not a
Yes.
bad
Now
idea.
you know what to do,
I could
Rayford.
put them right there
Just don't
on
put
the
them in
right
front of your
there.
mailbox.
Just not in front of the mailbox.
Just not in the
Yeah.
mailbox.
You don't have to worry about your mailbox because you're privileged. Yours is on your house.
Yeah, the man comes up here and he every
Privileged.
day. He's so cool. I like him.
It's a lot of walking.
He needs the exercise like
I
the
need to
rest
find out
of us
who your
do.
mailman is. I'm trying to think.
I'm not going to tell you.
Rayford
Don't want
knows.
you to know.
I can find out in an instant. You know,
So-
I have connections.
Yeah, well, it varies. Sometimes it's a lumpy mailman, and sometimes it's
Well, you have a regular.
Yeah, I'll have a regular.
And then there's a
assigned.
backup.
And then there's somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break, do Fox News, and then coming back, and we have Emily Ellis in the house, and we're going to be talking about shugging and shagging and all things coastal Carolina
Mhm.
Community College. This one with the 4
You
C's.
did
in
it. Yep.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The list of best Super Bowls will include last night. The Kansas City Chiefs were behind, then ahead, and then tied, winning the game on a 27-yard field goal with 8 seconds left. 38-35 with the Philadelphia Eagles. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes playing half the game on a re-injured ankle, named most valuable player.
His gutsy 26-yard run on the game-winning drive, along with the key Eagles holding call, set up the field goal. Mahomes threw for under 200 yards, but also 3 touchdowns. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts was also great, throwing for 304 yards and a touchdown and setting 2 Super Bowl records with 70 yards rushing and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Talk to Tim McMaster. Pentagon's not identifying what 3 objects might be shot down since Friday over Alaska, Canada, and Michigan.
I haven't ruled out anything at this point.
Air Force General NORAD Commander Glenn Van Herk, it's 4 objects shot down, including the Chinese spy balloon that crossed over the country the week before last. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
I still going to go back to what I said, and maybe this young lady can take it back to the BLET class over there at the college. We need to change the targets that the BLET
right.
uses. We're going to make them balloons. No more of those silhouette targets of the range. Just get a bunch of balloons and put them out there, because that's going to be our enemy.
That's right.
Just shoot them down. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown again.
Oh, I'm Kelly now. I'm supposed to say it again.
Yeah.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
Just
and
to let you know, because we got a new audience.
That's
up
your
there.
guest, Miss Emily.
We got to keep telling people that who we are, because I forget about it from time to time.
Oh, they know us.
Emily Ellis.
Hi. everybody.
A double E.
Triple.
That's right. I think.
Yes.
Right? Is that the
Mhm.
way you pronounce it?
It sure is. Great
How,
job.
how did I know all that?
That was great.
She is a double E.
Are you triple E? Are you any kin to Thaddeus?
That was my grandfather's brother.
Wow.
Really?
Really.
Talk about some history.
Talk about history.
The oldest rat in the barn.
Where's Alan again? We need to talk to him now. Now we've
Yes.
got the great granddaughter,
Niece.
niece of my
Great niece,
Thaddeus,
yeah.
Secretary of State for
Thaddeus.
4,000 years.
I know.
at
Like I
least.
said, the oldest rat in the barn, right?
Yep. There you go. But anyway, well, welcome in here.
Thanks for having me.
Public information officer and more at the college here. I want to say, I keep trying to not say Carter Community College because my wife retired from there
Yeah.
a few years
So
ago.
he might mess it up. Just so
I
you
will
know.
likely
Yeah.
mess it up. And then, of course, I used to cover events when I was down in Wilmington at the then Coastal Carolina College,
Yeah.
which is now Coastal Carolina University in
Right.
Conway. So it's too many C's.
He'll try not
All
to mess it
kinds.
up, but just
I'll
so
try
you
not
know.
to. But anyway,
don't-
I'm just going to
yeah.
call it the college. You're out here on Western Boulevard.
Yeah.
Exactly. Coastal Carolina Community
So let's get
College.
out of the way a couple of things up front. You've got a big event coming up.
We have our annual fundraiser. So this is our big fundraiser for student scholarships. 100% straight into students.
Mhm.
And so we get to use that for scholarships. Oh, so,
There you go. That's
There you
oh
go.
my goodness, y'all have to give me
Lessons.
tutorial. Exactly.
No, you're good.
And so we're super excited because this is a fun event and a great way to provide scholarships to students in our area.
Yeah.
Which
This is part of the foundation.
is part of the Coastal Carolina Community College Foundation. So we're having oyster roast. It's shuck and shag. It is a ball. If you haven't been, you need to come. It's all you can eat oysters. And I'm going to tell you, last year they were the best. Local oysters.
That better
Oh
be.
my goodness, they were just the right size,
Mm.
just a little bit of salty, just fabulous. You know, they just dump them on the table and you
As
bring your
long as-
oyster knife.
As long as they're close to being raw, I'm good.
You know,
I don't want them raw necessarily, not to
Yeah.
go
They're
out in public
steamed
to eat.
just
yeah, I don't want them too steamed. I like them just that middle.
I want
Right.
them to be juicy when you open them up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll put my order in.
When
you
is
put your order
this?
in. It's March 9th, and it's going to be at Sturgeon City, downtown Jacksonville.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And Band of Oz will be there.
Ooh.
So we're gonna-
Really?
yeah, so we're going to shag the night away and eat some
Oh.
oysters, a little bit of barbecue, but of course the oysters are the main.
Barbecue is a filler.
Exactly. That's for those who don't, but
Yeah.
who doesn't, right? Oysters.
Right.
Okay, it's a fundraiser, so you need to you're going to have to call up the money.
Exactly.
How much per person?
So it is this year it's $60 per person or
Mhm.
$100
Good.
for two.
That's
Oh, really?
good.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, I'm going to tell you, folks, if you think you can go out and get yourself some oysters, let me explain to you what it's going to cost you. A minimum of $80 per bushel.
That's right.
That's why you have to charge so much because these oysters are expensive.
Yes, they
This
are.
year, last year they were 85. This year they're 80 in
Yeah.
the same place. So, but they're still that's $80 a bushel. Used to get them for $3 a bushel
Oh goodness, yeah, many
years ago. Of course, we used to catch them ourselves. Didn't cost us anything, but they've gone sky high. The guys get out there and work. They go out early morning and they will work their butts off to get enough oysters. And you know, they got to pay their gas bills for the motors to get out there.
That's
They got
right.
all these other expenses. Just the commercial license for this stuff it's all very expensive. So don't go complaining about it. Now, I don't know many places that I could go and have dinner for two for $100.
Well, and
that are
and,
good.
and 100% of the proceeds go right back
And
into the
that's
foundation,
the other
which
thing.
is amazing.
That's the other thing. So you get all the money goes into for a really good cause.
Mhm.
And I will tell you something else. Having married a lady who was was into the community college system. It is a system here in North Carolina, and it is absolutely the bestest
I agree with that.
education system
I agree.
probably anywhere in the world.
Yeah, we say it's the Great 58. So there's 58 of the community colleges. So you could drive
Yeah.
wherever you are in North Carolina. You can be at one within an hour.
Yep. And they all teach basics, but they're each one of them has sort of a specialty going here, there, and everywhere. And you know, we all know that. I'm glad to see you guys have a culinary school there too now.
Exactly. There's so many things the community
Yeah.
can take advantage of
Yeah.
here at Coastal.
Yeah.
Not only a great education, we've got short-term training, long-term, college transfer that
Mhm.
transfers to the 16 states.
How about the high school stuff?
Oh my goodness, isn't that amazing? Wouldn't you have loved to have gotten
Oh
our dual
wow,
enrollment?
that would have been great. I could have gotten my first year of school out with
Yeah.
my last year of school.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Well, now you're
Yeah.
junior year.
Yeah,
we
they-
have
yeah.
juniors.
Oh, do you from juniors up? Wow, that's
yeah,
cool.
I have a client that's a junior that's doing it. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
I was walking around campus the other day and met a senior at Northside, and they were in trigonometry. And I'm like, how in the world? I don't even.
In trig, I hated trig.
I never even took
I'm like,
it.
I didn't.
So, nope. It's scary.
I like math, but I could
I
not
hate
find
math.
anything mathematical about trigonometry.
Right.
I didn't even like
I was so
calculus.
glad that they could take it. I'm glad somebody
Yeah,
can.
somebody can. But,
Sure.
But Coastal also has a lot of other things too. Like they have a notary class. You can go
Yes.
to
Exactly.
the notary class. They have a lot of small business stuff.
Exactly.
They have a lot of stuff like if you want to take a cooking class or a basket class, whatever.
Cosmetology
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
And-
dental hygiene.
Yeah, dental hygiene.
assisting. It's great. Like you can get anything. Like they're, the small
Mhm.
business center, they're free classes. You want to be an entrepreneur. There are so many
Really?
opportunities right within there. Different, yes, which is right. If you go to our website, coastalcarolina.edu, the very bottom, small business center, tons of opportunities that are open and available to all of us.
So
They
there's
teach
an
an Excel
age-
class,
A what?
computer
Oh, yeah.
Excel class.
I
Yeah.
took computer
Yeah.
classes there many years ago.
Exactly. We have all the way from computer for beginners to,
Yes.
your high level
Computer for dummies.
You can hack.
cyber
yeah.
computer
They have
fabulous
everything.
brains.
Yeah.
Can you teach me to hack?
Right. I'm sure you already know.
Do you have any computer like
Yeah.
streaming classes? How to stream using like a stream service?
That's something you could. I'm telling you, that's kids are really into that.
Yeah.
Now. That would be a good class for you guys to offer.
I will
good
pass
for
that
me.
on.
Yeah.
I will pass that on.
Yeah.
Every now we have had different classes like that. Be interesting between the small business center hosting, how do you stream for your businesses, and between our continuing ed workforce development classes, teaching you the skills so that you can get the certifications.
Correct.
That's
That'd be a
what I
good
wanna
class
take.
just for the public that
You
wanted
need
to
to go.
do. Yeah.
I want to do
You
that.
need to go.
There's a form on our webpage, request a class. And so we always ask for community members, request what is there something that we are not offering that you would like to see?
There you go.
Because we look into all those opportunities. But you're right, college credits versus short-term training. It's amazing.
How about how to be a politician? I mean,
There's not enough classes in this
how
world.
about
that
how
can
to be
cover
a legitimate politician with class?
Well, maybe we should do an etiquette class.
Etiquette class?
Well, Coastal even does a lineman class for
We sure
like if
do.
you want to learn
Right,
how to be
right.
like that. To me, that'd be a scary class, but it's amazing.
Climbing
Good on-
those poles is
in
the
the
scary
back,
part.
they've got those
Right.
poles up there and everything.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
their graduation is beautiful. They take all the flags and climb up the poles.
No
It's
way.
really
Oh, I'd
neat.
like
to
I'll have
see
to let you guys know when we do that, so
Yeah,
you
I'd
can come
like to
over and
see
see it because
that.
it's a beauty. It's just beautiful to watch them carry it up there. And I'm thinking I would fall off.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever seen a lineman up on a pole? When the creosote type poles, and when they put their foot up, the cleat gives
Yeah.
away, and they slide all the way down.
Yeah. It's scary.
I don't
But-
think I've seen
It's
that.
But
I think I
it's
looked away.
I've
painful.
seen that happen, but they're all about it. But that's something, and that's something that where you're learning a trade that can come in. A, it pays very well, but B, you've learned a skill.
Yep.
Like that's.
Right.
I mean, Coastal does a lot of amazing things.
Well, I tell you, it seems like skills in the tech trade schools are going a lot further for our young people's future than them going to a 4-year college.
Well, you come out making money right away,
Yeah.
That's
not
right.
paying back.
Because these are
Yeah.
in demand, the in demand fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. which are
And how
important.
many people come out of a 4-year college, university, with a degree in whatever they end up working in? A
Not
small
many.
percentage.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm
So
not
you
in-
just blew your 4 years.
Well, I used mine in my field, but my brother did that. He got his degree in computer science and he never went into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I
My
know.
daughter got one in social work and 4 years at ECU and worked in the field one year, and it's like, nope. And now works in another field. So
Mhm.
I'm like,
You guys
could've saved
do a
a
lot of
money.
re-education in the community college system too. People
Yeah.
get out. The
COVID was
The-
a great example
the
of that.
working world changes.
It does. Yeah.
What was hot? Well, they used to say plastics. Get into plastics back in the day. Believe it or not, before your time. But the people would say, get into plastics. Plastics is the future. Back in the 50s and 60s, plastics is our future. Then it became computer this and whatever. It was amazing.
In our, like you said, the trades programs
Mhm.
are just outstanding. If you ever had the opportunity
to come on campus, you can always contact our office, the public information office, and we're happy to kind of show you around. But just seeing what they're doing and how fast technology is changing and how we're trying to keep up with that, like solars, like our electricians, our architects, we have architect technology, collision and repair and automotive. I walked in there and they've got these boards with all these wonderful electronic pieces. And so it's just really
How
interesting.
about massage therapy?
We do offer that through continuing
Do you have
ed.
any out call that they come in here, they want to talk to us every week and they can fix, my shoulders in the air?
I'll look into that. You can make appointments.
I
I think it's $10 an hour
I think she said it was starting back up in March.
$10 an hour?
for a massage with our students.
Which I'm glad you're here.
they can
so I-
practice. Yeah.
Well, they can practice on me.
They have to have a certain number of hours.
Yeah.
Kind of like our cosmetology as well.
Yeah.
They have a certain number of hours.
And they also have dental.
They $5 cleaning.
$5 for cleaning. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. I have a good friend who's
That's
started
amazing.
And you talked about culinary. You can go out and have a gourmet lunch for $10 on Wednesdays. 12 o'clock
We
Wednesdays.
go there on Western, not at the college, but down the
It's
street.
on Western. Just you have to have reservations because it's limited seating.
We'll get the number from you.
You-
Thank you. Joy, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. I retired from Coastal Carolina Community College.
Hey, Joy.
Hey. And I also worked in the public information office several years ago. It's one of the departments I worked in.
Oh, cool.
And I would definitely recommend for anyone to attend the Shuck and Shack for our students that go out there. The most rewarding part that I found out about was after you complete the kids that you help, the scholarships that you help these young people come through, when you meet them several years later when they're adults and are working in the sheriff's department or a law office or wherever, and the feeling that you get to know that you help them get into that profession is such a rewarding thing. And like she said, this fundraiser goes directly back to that student, and it is an excellent, and I can promise what she's saying is the truth because I did work there. And also they have, if I'm not mistaken, they have a donation board. Am I correct with that still, Emily?
We sure do, right there in administration when you walk in.
Yes, our family started one when our grandfather and grandmother passed away, and anyone can do that. And
I started
sure
one
if
too.
it-
I wanted to see, I want to be a philanthropist. And I started one probably 8 years ago and did the same thing, Joy.
Cool.
I followed in her footsteps.
Great.
Yes, and what we did, and what the good part about it is it not only keeps your memory of your loved one alive, but you're also helping your students by doing that, and you get to a certain amount. And of course, I think this interest generates and helps the students. It still works, Emily.
It sure is. We've kept the same amount, $10,000 to endow a scholarship.
Right, and what
forever.
we've done is when it's been an excellent way. If someone passes away in recent years, what we've done is you can give back to the community. You can give it to the college in memory of our family to help another student receive their education. And instead of sending flowers, flowers is a good thing, or any type of donation, and where people don't know where to send something, send a donation voice to wherever. I would highly recommend to send it to Coastal Carolina Community College because I have been there, I have worked there, and I have seen what it has done. We have majors at the Sheriff's Department that have gone through that program. I know a psychiatrist that has gone through those programs. And also, I know I'm running my mouth, but one more thing. If you have a young person that's on their way to school, I know they're anxious to get away to college, but I've seen so many that have gone away to college their first year, and normally they like to party that first year.
Uh-huh.
And I have found them turn around and come back the second year, and they come back to Coastal Carolina Community College. Coastal Carolina Community College has college transfer programs where you can go and you can take those classes you need to transfer back to that four-year college that you want to go to. By going to your two-year program here, college transfer, you're going to be able to get to your instructor easily. Your classroom is going to be small. They're going to be able to take more time with you during your first 2 years. after 2 years, you're going to be more mature. You're going to be more acclimated to what field you want to go into.
In other words, it's a great transition program.
Well, it is,
Yes, sir.
and we've
Most
got
definitely. I've seen so many parents throw out so much money and they end back up here.
Mm-hmm.
But Emily's program, the college's program to help students and what the Shuck and Shag is for is something that I would highly recommend if anyone and that loves oysters also and loves the shag would go to. And that's what I had to say. And thank you for
You
what
were so
do
sweet.
for
Thanks,
the
Joy.
students and the family. I mean, the community, Emily, because I also understand and I work there.
So what you're saying is you'll pay my fee if I go and don't shag. Is that right?
Sure, if you'd like for me to, I will sure would, because it's going to help a student go to college.
You just don't want me to shag. I know what it is. It's okay.
I'll do the shagging and you do the eating.
There you go. I can do that.
That's a win.
We'll split
That's
it.
a win. You're right, though, Joy. You know, the one of the things that our state has done is really aligned the university with the community college. So if you are a student who knows that you want to transfer to East Carolina, Wilmington, wherever that may be, you can see what classes that you need to take for your first 2 years.
Mhm.
And all of that will transfer and you will walk in as a junior
Yep.
because you will have the classes that are going to set you up for your next step at that
At a
university.
quarter of the price.
Oh my goodness,
and
our price is great.
And I think it's easier for the student here. I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to get a good education here to follow you through that to those next schools. But you're going to get that attention you need if you have a difficult problem in one of those classes because of the availability you're going to have to your instructors. The instructors at Coastal Carolina Community College have always been available for their students. When I worked there, of course, that's been several years ago, but I know it hasn't changed because I know of the president they have now, and I know that his interest that he has for the college and always has, his vision has been the same as the first president, Dr. Leroy Henderson, who may he rest in peace, and also Dr. Ron Lingle, who always had that vision for Coastal Carolina Community College, and now David Hatherley. So I know that they want what's best for the students, and they will make sure that they will get what's needed and for their education. And usually we're usually ranked pretty up high in the 58 of the community colleges in excellence awards and different things like that, and even our instructors. So we're not just someone that just sits back and are just a piddly little this, that, and the other. Coastal Carolina Community College is a go-to college, is what I have to say.
Right. And all the resources, like we have free tutoring for most all subjects. Well, we have a writer center, math lab. So students, if they are struggling, we have success coaches that will meet one-on-one with students to connect them with resources. And so we really look for ways for students to be successful. And we want to catch them when we can and connect them with those resources.
Cool.
Do they still have like the basic law enforcement training and the fire training out there also?
We sure do.
Absolutely. You want me to go take it?
I thought maybe I was going to sign you up for it.
Been there several
Do you think
times.
you could do the
Been there,
Pope
but you
hat?
might want to refresh.
Might learn something I don't want to know.
Well, thanks, Joy.
Thank you, Joy.
They have added, yes, sir. They have added a lot of new courses, which is really good.
Yeah.
I remember working on the culinary before I retired.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that it finally happened. And
We've
I
got to find out that.
You know, like you said, always looking for ways what we need in this area and how we can bring that to train.
Thank you for what you do, Emily.
Thank you, Joy, for calling.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we got to take a break.
We do. You're live and local, real on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We're going to do some weather when we come back.
And to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6, and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Jacksonville's famous Mai Tai restaurant is open for in-house dining for your enjoyment. And now features a seafood dinner buffet beginning at 4 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday and from 11 to 9 on Sundays. All you can eat seafood for just $14.95. Located at 109 Henderson Drive. Mai Tai is open Tuesday through Sunday from 11 till 9. Featuring a lunch and seafood dinner buffet, appetizers, entrees with all your favorite beef, chicken, and or steamed rice. Lunch buffet is just $12.95 and dinner $14.95 for all you can eat seafood buffet. For takeout, call 910-346-5382 or 910-346-6675 and online at mythainc.com. Delivery available through your favorite app. All you can eat dinner seafood buffet 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and Sundays 11 till 9. Mai Tai Restaurant for over 35 years.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
If you really want to have some fun, fishing season is right around the corner. Yes, I know. A lot of us fish year round, and there's always something to catch. But the real thing kicks off when the water temperature, the ocean temperature, surf temperature is a consistent 68 degrees. It's called Spanish mackerel.
Mm-hmm.
When the water temperature in the surf is consistent 68 degrees, that's when you get your Clark spoons out and whatever else you like to use and head for the surf zone. And you will find a whole lot of Spanish mackerel there. A lot of people don't like Spanish mackerel. Some places they call them trash fish. No, they are delicious. They're fresh. Don't freeze them. Just bring them home and have them for dinner. They're great fare. To find out how to catch them, if you're kind of new to the area, maybe new to freshwater to saltwater fishing, all you ever done is fish up there where the balloons landed over the weekend, Lake Huron or wherever. You can stop in at Tideline Marine. Staff there will be glad to help you out. They've got rigs. They can show you how to set them up. They got some that are already set up. And a lot of folks learn how to fish just by stopping in at Tideline. New to the area, like I said, your first stop, and you want to go fishing, your first stop should be Tideline Marine. It's not a big box store. It's on the banks of the New River. That tells you one thing right there. In downtown Jacksonville. 159 Old Bridge Street, that's your location. They'll be open on Tuesdays through Saturdays during the winter season. Tuesdays through Friday, they open at 8:30 and close at 5 p.m. And on Saturdays, they open at 8:30. Get on down there for your boating and fishing needs. Tideline Marine here in Jacksonville. Gale warning in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Today, offshore northwesterly winds 25 to 30 with gusts to 35. Becoming westerly this afternoon, 10 to 15. Seas, they're kind of big, 5 to 8 feet. Subsiding to 4 to 6 in the afternoon, dominant period 9 seconds. Does Robin get upset when I do that word?
What word?
The one that I roll, the R's.
No, why?
Well, I figured he might, because you like it so much, I figured he might be upset.
No.
Just kidding.
No.
Sounds and rivers very rough, diminishing to a moderate chop this afternoon. Tomorrow, northerly winds 10 to 15. Easterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 4, dominant period 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a moderate chop. Wednesday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas 2 to 4 feet.
Today, sunny, high of 63. A little gusty with gusts as high as 18 miles an hour. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 38. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 64. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 46. And on Wednesday, partly sunny, high of 72. And the gusts come back on Wednesday.
It's warm. Don't need to light the fire, right?
You won't need the fire until Friday night.
Okay. Well, the wood is in the fireplace, all ready to go.
I mean, tonight's going to be 38, but
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste the wood for 38.
Friday night, you're going to need it. It's going to be low of 29.
We'll be burning some wood on Friday
it'll be
night. It
cold.
smells good too.
Mhm.
I've got another kielbasa sausage in the refrigerator. I may stick that out there and cook it on the fireplace. That's so good. It smells so good too when it's cooking. Slow roasting.
Oh, we have to get back to talking about oysters.
Oh,
now.
I've got no
I know.
problem with that. Maybe I can get some
Mhm.
oysters and put those in front of the fire.
You know, it's so easy to get tickets. You can call our office at 910-938-6234 or go online, coastalcarolina.edu, and right at the middle banner, it says Shuck and Shag. Click on there and we'll be happy to.
Okay, let's do that website again.
www.coastalcarolina.edu.
Okay, that's easy.
Mhm.
And it's pretty advisable to get your tickets in advance because when they put out the word that oysters are going to be for
They
the
go.
Right.
all you can eat, are they going to limit me to 10 or something like that?
No,
No,
it's
you
all
can eat
you
what
can
you
eat.
want.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I'll be
So
swishing out.
now, food's going to be served from 5:30 to 7:30.
that was the next time. 5:30. Oysters on the table at 5:30.
5:30. They're dumped on the table at 5:30.
The best oysters are
Bring
those.
your knife.
Oh, yeah, bring a
Yeah.
knife. If you want paper towels or you want a napkin or you want a whatever, bring your own.
I
We've got
usually,
those.
You got those.
I
Okay.
usually bring my apron and
I
my
do
little
too.
pot holders.
And my
you
little
know.
gloves sometimes because I
Yes.
gotta eat those oysters when they're warm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use gloves. I just open them up when
No.
they're
We're
hot.
delicate.
I know if they're hot, and plus sometimes there's kind of it's much easier. Put in that great big old pot holder and then just grab
True.
a hold of that oyster and then pop it right
I
open.
just grab them by the hand and open them up. You know, it's not a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
I got two
sorry.
special oyster knives in there too.
I got some oyster knives.
I got a
And
bunch of oyster knives, but I
gotta
got
have
two
your
that are
own.
special.
You said this was at Sturgeon City,
It is at Sturgeon City.
which is downtown Jacksonville. And you said the Band of Odds is playing from what time?
They're going to be playing from 6 to 9.
Sweet. Okay.
really?
Yes, and then we have a silent auction
I
as
love a
well that we've
silent
had
auction.
several businesses
Uh-oh.
donate to.
I love it.
To our auction.
That's what I like.
Oh,
Okay.
I do too.
What kind of stuff they donating?
All
Ooh.
kinds.
So right now, I'm trying to think of what we picked up. Our area local restaurants and hotels have been great. Like the Marriott Courtyard just donated a package,
Oh, really?
a beautiful
Ooh.
basket. We've
Nice.
got Texas Roadhouse did some gift certificates.
Oh, they got some great green beans over there too.
Bradley's Jewelry is doing something for us. I picked that up after Valentine's Day, of course.
Hmm. Okay, cool.
Now, we'll be posting this on our Facebook
Absolutely.
Please,
page.
we'd love
We'll
everyone
get
to
all
come.
the information. So please, everyone, share it because this is important. It's an important fundraiser.
I've gone before. It's a good event.
That's right.
It really
March
is
9th.
a great event. Again, you're helping the community. You're helping support scholarships. Our office, the foundation helps. We have a couple of different areas. We have the college scholarships. We have emergency funds. So if we have a student that has difficulty, getting ready for eviction or something, they lost their job, some tragic event has happened, we've got emergency funding. We do a book loan program where a student they bring us their schedule. If we lend books back and forth, so that way they don't have, that's $100 right there.
Good.
It's
That
easy.
is.
Wow.
And then we have a food pantry within our department that we stock
Amazing.
and that we welcome anybody in our coastal family to use as they need.
Oh, I like
That
that.
is
Yeah, that's
amazing.
pretty cool.
So it's a
Good.
really
They're
neat
taking away
place.
barriers that would inhibit someone from being able to learn. So I
Right.
like that.
Definitely.
Transportation costs for you get you get students from other counties too, right?
We sure do.
Because of
We
some
sure do.
specialties.
These specialties that we share.
Yeah.
costs.
The colleges they have some overlap with basic courses. Every one of them do, all 58, right?
Right.
But then each one of them has some specialty. Coastal has whatever you're doing, but just like Carter, they do outboard motor repair. So
Right. Like we have
boats
the
and stuff
dental,
like
we
that.
have the dental
You've got the
hygiene,
dental
a
stuff.
dental assisting,
I
where
know
they
that-
may have radiology.
I remember folks coming from Wilmington when I was
Oh.
living in Wilmington to do the dental dental program.
Right. That nurse, Allied Health, we seem to, gather a lot of different counties.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's good. Okay. Again, this starts at 5:30. The eating starts at 5:30
It's a 7:30, oysters on the table.
on the
I
night.
would suggest people get there at 5 to get their spot.
Oh, absolutely.
March
Secure
9th.
your
Get
position.
your spot.
And there'll be plenty of oysters for everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I was gonna ask you.
5:30 you show up and you walk around, look at the silent auction for a little bit. I
That's
promise
what I
you,
do.
you'll go back out,
Well, I was gonna
out
ask
back and
you.
there'll be plenty of oysters
Is
for
there a
you.
limit on tickets? I mean, are you going to get to a certain point? You're going to have
Well,
to
there
cut
is
it
a
off?
capacity
There
there.
is a capacity.
Right.
So we would love to sell 500. And last year we did, and we really had to go up. So we will see. And it depends on oysters. We moved it up a little earlier. Last year, I think we had it the third week in March.
That's a little late.
Exactly. And so we
Honestly.
moved it up to
Water's too warm then.
to March 9th to support our local, our fishermen. This is
Right.
when they said that they would be able to provide us
Good.
the best oysters. And I will tell you, last year everybody said it was the best oysters, and I have to agree. I love oysters.
Now, they're local oysters.
They're local oysters, local people providing the food.
Yeah, last year it was at the Marriott, wasn't it?
Well, last year was our first year at Sturgeon City, but we were at the Marriott
Yeah,
pre-COVID.
I went
That's
to
where I
one
went,
at the
yeah.
Marriott.
That's where I went to.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Well, that's good. And these local oysters are coming from Catherine's Lake, as I understand, right?
Oh yeah,
It is not
yeah.
Catherine's Lake.
Oh yeah, that's where they're coming from.
Some
Yeah.
smallmouth bass out there. That's about all I have.
Well,
Rayford don't want people to show up so you can have more
I
oysters.
know.
That's why
What
he
is
said
this?
that. That's
This is
why
the
he's
best
doing it.
event of the year.
let them pay their money and then stay home.
Yeah.
For them to stay home?
Yeah.
He wants more oysters.
Rayford, we could just put a lot of white balloons all around there.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can need to fly some balloons overhead.
Yes.
We'll have plenty of oysters. We've not run out of oysters so we are good. We are
That's
good with that.
I'm glad to hear that.
And a good time.
It'll be a very
And
good
a
time.
wonderful time.
It sounds like
It's always
really
a good
great
time. I've been before. It's always a good time.
All right. Emily, thank you
Yeah,
so much
thank
for
you
coming
very
in.
Thank you guys
And
for having me.
You've got email address, you got
We got
telephone
all
number,
the
you got
info.
whatever you
Mhm.
need.
Yep.
So in the future, when things are happening at Coastal, we've had sort of not a great line of communications there.
Well, now
Well,
we
you
got
got
to
me. I'm right around the corner.
We got
we
to
go.
hook up
We
now.
have her now.
Mhm.
And you know how to get here. And you got our
Definitely.
numbers. All
And
right.
you know how to find me.
Oh,
so.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
we
got
got
you.
everything
I got you
down.
locked in here.
Yep.
Emily Ellis from Coastal Carolina Community College. I haven't screwed that up
You
yet.
have not. I'm proud
You've
of you.
done
I've been
well.
paying
Yeah,
attention.
I've been working on it.
Mhm.
So we will see you on the next go round. And
Right.
on the 9th,
Hopefully, I'll see you March 9th.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
right.
I'd
go
love to
ahead
see all
and
of y'all.
We'll be there.
get my $100 in.
March 9th.
I can
That's
take your
right. It's
money
a
now and get your
Thursday.
I don't have
tickets.
any
It's a
money.
Thursday.
I got a credit card.
I can do credit card.
Okay, we'll talk about it then.
Y'all take care.
Let's take a break. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Don't break a heart or your bank account this Valentine's Day. Be sure to make it a Barnes Diamond Gallery gift for the love in your life. You see, you always get a sweetheart of a deal at Barnes Diamond Gallery. Family owned and operated since 1982. You are guaranteed to find the perfect diamond, emerald, ruby, or sapphire. Barnes Diamond Gallery also has a great selection of earrings, watches, bracelets, necklaces, rings, and pendants that will make that special person happy this Valentine's Day. Barnes Diamond Gallery custom designs jewelry and pays top prices for gold, sterling silver jewelry, sterling flatware, and diamonds. Make that special person feel extra special with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Family owned and operated since 1982.
Check out the Swansboro Area Business Showcase on Saturday, February 5th at the beautiful Swansboro Rotary Civic Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. Admission is free. Check out products and services from area companies. Sample free signature menu items from local restaurants from 11 till 1, and enjoy entertainment on the big stage from youth organizations and local schools. The Swansboro Area Business Showcase is sponsored by Under Construction Safety and Molly Maid of the Crystal Coast. For more information, log on to swansborochamber.org.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME.
And we are back. It's good to have a good connection there with Coastal Carolina Community
It
College.
is.
It is very
That's the
good.
last time
Yeah.
I want to try it.
Yeah.
CCC.
You could say double C.
Double C.
That scared me.
Quadruple C. I get in trouble here in a little bit.
Double C, double C. That's right. Okay. Well, maybe we should just like just say Coastal Carolina.
Well, we're coastal. That's the big.
That's right.
That's what I always do anyway.
Speaking of coastal, real quick, I just want to send out our thoughts and our prayers to our neighbors over in Carteret County. Today marks the 1 year anniversary of the tragic plane crash that took
Which
the
is
lives
like really
of
still
4
a weird-
teenagers
yeah.
right there from Carteret County. So 8 people involved, 4 more teenagers. So
And then
sending
they-
out our thoughts and prayers to Carteret County.
I mean, the family recently settled a lawsuit. I
Yeah.
saw that
Yes.
last week.
And we saw Congressman Murphy. and
Yes.
our
I know
two-
that.
And our 2 senators.
He had
over
that
the
entered
weekend.
into a page in
They
Congress.
did. And some creeks in that area have been renamed
Yes.
in honor of those youngsters.
And last night, the colors in Carteret County were showing blue and yellow in honor of the victims. So, Carteret County, we're with you there.
Yep, absolutely. Steve, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Speaking of Carteret County.
I know it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what a somber note to start on there.
Yes.
Heart goes out to those folks, obviously being from from Carter County as well. Yeah, 1 year. That's
yeah,
sad note.
It was
but
very
that's nice
sad.
what Dr. Murphy did for renaming those creeks after him. So
Yeah,
that was
and-
a nice memorial.
And both of our senators signed on to the whole deal. The whole nation from this neck of the woods. I think all of the congressmen were involved
Yes,
in that too.
yes,
From
they
all
were. Right.
14 districts we have now.
Yes.
I forgot, but anyway, yeah, that was good. What's on your mind, Steve-O?
I wanted to throw something out there about the whole balloon thing that I think maybe, to me, puts it in context for me better, and maybe it might help somebody out there. Have y'all ever heard of a thing called the Open Skies Treaty?
No.
Okay, America was involved in 4 of those. It was first proposed by Dwight D. Eisenhower. It was first signed by George H. Bush in '92. Then it was implemented by George W. Bush in January of 2002.
Okay.
And what it was is a treaty that we had with 34 other countries, including Russia, that allowed for unarmed surveillance flights all the time. Basically, if another country wanted to fly over one of the countries that was in that treaty, they had full permission to do so. And that was the way it was from 2002 until November 22nd of 2020. And Trump pulled us out of that treaty.
Yeah, I see that.
So
Yes.
my point is that for 19 years, we allowed 34 countries, including Russia, to do what China did.
But we
So
did
that's
not
why I
allow
don't really-
China. I'm looking at the list.
Right.
China wasn't on the list.
No.
So, right. But what they did, we allowed 34 other countries to do. So that's the reason why I don't really believe it's a big a deal, what they might have seen or heard, because it's something that we didn't have a problem with other countries doing. The only reason why we got a problem with China doing it is because we don't have a treaty with them, which allows us to do the same thing.
Well, we don't have. It's not in effect anymore. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's been dead for what, 3 years?
It's not, but the reason for pulling us out of that is suspect. I won't go down that path, but it's something that our intelligence community and from a security standpoint, it was not an issue for almost 20 years. So, I ain't saying that we should let them do it or we should, that it's right or wrong. I'm just saying from a security standpoint, this is not something that we considered a security risk at all.
Do you consider it a security risk today?
Well, Russia withdrew in 2021, January 15th.
Russia withdrew.
June 7th, 2021, Putin signed the law that they were withdrawing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
Russia
they cited their
withdrew.
reason for withdrawing was because we withdrew.
Yeah, that's
Probably,
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. So do you
And that was
fight?
also right before they started massing troops for an invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I'm suspect that the reason that Russia gave was really to read their motivation. But,
Well, they said they wanted to guarantee that information gathered would not be shared with the United States, so they formally withdrew.
So, Steve, again, do you have a
Interesting.
problem? Are you concerned about it being a security risk?
no, I'd say no because we won't like the 1,500 silos that's out there that it flew over. We want the rest of the world to know about that. It's not a deterrent if people don't know that they're fully functional, manned, and well maintained. So we want the world know that
Well,
those
the
are
world
there and
already
they're fully
knows it.
operational.
The world
Okay.
We know
knows it.
about them. Yeah.
Well, I would
We know
also
about them because
say,
we want everybody to know about them.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason that we know they're there.
Yeah. So
but a lot of the countries on this list in this open skies tree are countries that would never be a threat to us. So I could understand why we would, like, for example, Jordan, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Norway, Denmark, so I can understand why we might not want, these countries are never, unless they get something miraculously happen, would never be a threat to us. A country like China has always been a threat and will always will be. So I could personally see why we would withdraw from this.
Well, and we also got to look at is that treaty wasn't just designed for our benefit. Some of them countries, it was so that they could see what we're doing. And it was also so that them countries over there in Europe could fly over Russia and see what they were doing.
here's the problem with not even having China on the list originally. If you got Russia, who can fly over us and do these kinds of stupid things, they can share that information with a rogue country. And I'm going to say right now, China is a rogue nation. They can share that kind of information with that. How about Pakistan? They could share it with Pakistan. And we know Pakistan has nuclear devices now. They could share it with all sorts of places. I don't want that. I don't want to have that kind of stuff out there. I don't even know why we ever agreed to this. George H.W. Bush should not have done it.
Well, if you go back and you research it, you can kind of see what their reasoning were. Like I say, it goes all the way back to Dwight D. Eisenhower.
I understand that.
In Helsinki, what the reasoning was is to, give other countries a way to verify that what we were saying was true. As well as for us to be able to verify what they say is true.
That's not going to work. Never has worked. I mean, we can say one thing and do another, and the other countries have done the same thing. Everybody screamed and hollered, Iraq. We said we went in there because of what? Weapons of mass destruction. They denied it. We didn't find them. Guess what they found after? Of course, we gave them 30 days before we went in. They hit them. They had all sorts of, not nuclear, but they had weapons of mass destruction in the desert. We found it during Obama's years. Finally.
True.
It was there all along. So the reason we went in, we just didn't go in soon enough. We gave them 30 days notice.
That's where we went
That was
wrong.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Wrong. Yeah.
The whole point that I was trying to make, though, is that anything that balloon could have gathered was something that we deemed for 2 decades was not important.
Perhaps.
It wasn't that big a deal if people found out about it.
But today it's illegal.
I get that, but I'm just saying, before you get a lot of fear built up over what China may have seen or heard with that balloon, it's really of no consequence. We allowed people, a lot of countries, we allowed them to do this. We don't care.
But I think there were
we
certain
care that
things.
China done it because we don't have a treaty with them. But anything they might have seen or heard, we don't care about that. We allowed that to happen many, many times over.
But there may have been certain things that we did not allow. I mean, just because you say, that China had the ability to map things that other people may not have had that ability to do.
Well, China has evolved a lot, and technologically speaking, their gear today is much further advanced than it was when Dwight D. Eisenhower proposed this whole thing, or even when George H.W. Bush 30 years ago signed it.
I understand where you're coming from, but Russia was on that list, and they were running surveillance flights all through from 2002 all the way up to 2020.
Yeah.
And they do have that technology.
Not as much as China, to be honest with you.
And
China's got more
they
than
have they have some pretty significant surveillance equipment.
They do.
And we didn't care. We let them fly. We let them surveil. We let them take pictures and we didn't care. So now we really shouldn't be so scared that China has done this. This is something we let many other countries, we let them see it already.
I think the reason we're afraid, we know Russia's capability. We know China's. Has anyone ever thought that maybe the reason we didn't care if Russia did it because we knew our stuff was superior to theirs?
Well, they also had a lot more to fear from us.
Yeah. China does not fear us at all.
China has got
And
plenty
they
of
are
people.
way ahead of us in the technology game.
They
Bottom
are.
line, they are. I'm sorry, but they are. Period.
Well, I mean that's debatable. We're kind of finding that out right now as they're going through the electronics on that balloon to see what kind of sensors it has.
Uh-huh.
So that's still to be determined. But like I say, the fear of what that balloon saw, there's no need to be afraid of that. We've let many countries do that. It's
I
really not
disagree
something
with
you should
you.
be afraid of.
I hear what you're
disagree.
saying, but here's the other thing.
I disagree.
I think it's all a test
I
of
do
just
too.
how much we will allow them to do
I agree with that too.
without facing repercussions.
And we'll back up just a little bit and think about when we were allowing 34 countries to run all the surveillance they wanted to run. How many times did China was they able to slip something through and we just weren't paying attention?
That's a problem.
Countries were running surveillance.
That's a problem.
And so I mean, it may be something that they've been doing for a while, and they were just slipping it in with all the other surveillance that was going over top of the U.S.
Yep,
you never know. Didn't really pay a lot of attention to.
Well, I think intent matters too. Switzerland flying a balloon over will not have the same reasoning as China flying a balloon over. In other words, intent.
Their motivation may be different.
Correct.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as being a covert surveillance, I mean, a giant white balloon on a blue sky, China's not that technologically crippled. That was a real low tech way to send something over here.
And again,
You can
it
walk right
was
outside
a
and see it with
test.
the naked
Yeah, I
eye
think it was a
floating in the
test.
sky.
It's been a test, and that's the reason they launched all the others.
Well, that's
Continued
and let's
test.
look at the facts too. They flew at 60,000 feet.
Yep.
If you had no ill intent, why are you having to fly so high? I guarantee you.
Well,
that
first
not
of
everybody's
all,
flown
some
that
of them
high.
have been lower than 60,000 feet.
Correct.
We got
Yeah.
airliners that fly 41,000
Mhm.
feet.
Yeah.
Now, when they start getting down there, they pose a major hazard
Yeah. Yeah.
as well.
That's the whole thing right there. That's an easily explainable one. If you wanted to do it the right way, you put it at that altitude so it don't interfere with air traffic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's a very common thing to do, even with weather balloons, is that you put them at that high altitude. If you're going to keep them out of the way of airplanes. So, like I say, you can look for something nefarious. You can try and make it, some evil intent.
I just don't
And
trust them.
It could be, but it could also just as easily be that it's, something that has had that we. How many surveillance devices do you believe we have over top of China right now?
I have
Not
no
enough.
clue.
And I will say this, right? Robin's mom's family is from Korea. That's where they live. Robin still has a lot of relatives that lives there. And even when Robin was a young kid, Robin's uncle and grandfather would sit him down and told him, do not trust the Chinese because they're developing their technology. And this is then. Now Robin's 62 now. So he said that then, and it has always been ingrained in him. And every time he would go, because he spent his summers in Korea with his mom's family, they would say, do not trust the Chinese. And that was then. So that hasn't changed. They have that capability. And these are people that deal with them on a regular basis. And a lot of Robin's relatives were, Korean military. So, I mean, I don't trust anything the Chinese do. I think their reasons are nefarious. I will always think that. You will never convince me that this was just them just doing because they can. I don't believe it, and I never will. I won't.
They're up to something,
They
Steve.
are definitely up to something.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'll give you that. I mean, that's definitely possible. And they're always up to something. They didn't do this without a reason, but I don't think that it's the fear. You should apply the fear to it that you're seem to be applying to it.
Let's just wait and see.
Well,
And I hope-
COVID's a good
hopefully-
example of why you should have that fear.
Hopefully you will be right and we will be wrong, but I would be betting on us.
Yep.
Steve, got to go.
Yep, I'll take a break.
Thank you.
Bye,
You're live and
Steve.
local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Free Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning. And now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way. Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech luxury vinyl. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. And there's some folks, apparently y'all just read me something from, or telling me something about one of the postings, comments that, on our Facebook deal.
It was YouTube.
YouTube, one or the other. Anyway.
If you troll us with dumb comments,
we are not going to address you. We're not going to call your name. We don't care about you. You are nothing. When you put these stupid comments out there, and it's like the idiot caller that called a couple weeks ago.
Similar to that. Like nobody finds your offensiveness funny.
You are an idiot.
Yep.
Let me just explain that to you. I don't care about you. I don't even care whether you live or die.
Yeah, we have too many good listeners.
We
we just can't. But what happens, Rayford, is these trolls, they search YouTube and the guys probably don't even live anywhere in this state, which I'm certain he don't.
I'm sure he doesn't either. But he's
maybe not even in this country. But
it doesn't
have time
matter
for nonsense.
to me.
Yeah, it's aggravating.
They just want some kind of a response. Well, guess
So
what?
we're
not going to send it to you. Duh.
And I want to bring up something real quick because it is a day after Super Bowl. Super Bowl always has good ads. They always have good ads.
I don't know.
My favorite ad, I think, was there were quite a few of them, but I think I like the one where electrification, premature electrification. Dodge did the greatest thing with that ad.
So good.
That was
electrification.
They're talking about electric vehicles,
getting them going too early.
Showing people stranded along the road because they ran out of charge.
And they did it in a way that would it
Took
was
a shot
like
at the
couples
president.
talk. No, it was like couples talking, and it was like as if the women were disappointed in the men. It was good. This was my favorite commercial.
She was like, "Stop."
I was like, "This is like the
then go."
Yeah,
stop. Then go.
The commercial. If you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube.
It was.
It was, in my opinion, the best one of the night.
When it first came out, we're all just looking at each other like,
I didn't.
what?
Like, what? Yeah,
What?
you were too busy talking.
Yeah,
but
I was
we were over
talking.
here watching it, and it was like,
And
this
then-
was amazing.
And then finally, it all came together. It
like,
was,
oh my God,
it
this
was
is
good.
great.
I think it was my favorite.
But then there was the AOC has already came out mad as heck over the Christian Super Bowl ads. The one where it says Jesus loves all of us. She's mad as heck about that.
Well,
She
he doesn't
says-
love her. Is what she's
Well,
concerned
she's
about.
claiming Jesus would not
my
fund
gosh.
commercials to make fascism look benign. That's her quote. She is mad as heck about that commercial. And the commercials were good. There were two of them.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
one we started watching it and we're like kind of confused at first.
But I've seen
then
those
it came
commercials
together.
before.
Yes.
They did
That
two
was
of them. They paid the Christian group He Gets Us, and that's the name of that group.
Right.
They paid $20 million for two commercials,
Whoa.
so $10 million a piece.
Yes.
We need to get them on the air here.
Yeah.
We can do it cheaper.
He gets us. Yeah, I have to research that.
And she tweeted, "Oh, AOC's
She's
all been out of shape because it says the advertising campaign is funded in part by the Hobby Lobby group
Yes,
as well as
Hobby Lobby,
Christian groups
yes.
and other anonymous donors.
Okay.
The ads were an effort to spread the message of Jesus to all groups.
He has. They have that,
have
right, yeah.
felt unwelcome by Christianity, and I get that. I'm all
I get
about
it,
that.
right.
AOC is mad as heck, but I mean, it was a good one. But
She'll
my
get over
favorite was still the
I thought
I like the rocker one too. It showed all the old had Kiss, they had Billy Idol, they had Ozzy Osbourne.
not Alice Cooper.
Yes, Robin,
Yeah,
not
wait.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I know. I was right there with Robin on that one.
They were wrong.
Huh?
You didn't hear us
We
over
were
there
wrong.
raging out the debate. I knew Robin was wrong, and then Lee jumped on, and I told her she was wrong too.
Well, they were showing these old rockers, and they got to the end, and they had one turn. I swear, I thought it was Alice Cooper
No,
too.
I'm a
I
huge
guess 'cause
Ozzy
I'm
Osbourne
used to
fan.
seeing Ozzy wearing his glasses.
Yeah, but no, and the tattoos were hit, and Robin and Lee kept insisting it was
It was
Alice
Alice
Cooper, and it was
Cooper.
not
Nah.
Alice Cooper. So I proved them wrong.
I think what really got the one commercial that got everybody was the Tubi commercial.
Yes.
That all of a sudden it comes on and it starts doing this, and everybody's like looking for the remote. Who hit the remote? Who turned the
We
channel?
really thought the channel had been messed with. I mean,
Yes.
Tubi did that commercial. It was you didn't. Well, you were over there talking.
Yeah, it was good
Yeah.
because it was just like somebody had just sat on the remote and changed the channel, and everybody we were panicking. Where's the remote? Who
People
did that?
online were talking about how many
Yes.
women yelled at their husbands for
Yes.
changing the channel. Yeah. It that was genius.
That was.
Whoever came up with that, give
It was
them a
good.
raise. That was genius. Yeah.
But I think my second favorite was the
Lee
family
liked
with the dog.
the
that
dog one, yeah.
Every time they left the dog alone, the
That
dog
dog
had
tore that house
tore the house
up.
up. So they ordered a crate from Amazon. So we're thinking, oh, they're going to start crating the dog while they're gone, and we're just like, no,
I was
no,
like, don't crate that dog.
They brought the crate in, and when they sat it down, and the dog looked at them like, They opened the door, and another little doggy came.
Had a
out.
friend for him.
So
So
they
happy.
got
it
him
was
a
a cute
friend. It
commercial.
was really cute.
That dog tore that house.
Oh, it was
up.
funny.
Raven, it was good. That
It was good.
So
It was
good.
good.
It was good commercials. Good commercials.
Coming up tomorrow, we're going to talk about recreation.
Yes, Jacksonville
we did.
City.
Yeah.
City of Jacksonville. JoJo.
We got JoJo coming in, and he's going to tell us about everything that's going on and events coming up and things and services available to your
Gone
child.
are the days when anybody in this community can say there ain't nothing to do around these parts.
Absolutely
Where
correct.
y'all been? You got your heads buried somewhere or
Right.
another in the sand. And you know what happens when you bury your head in the sand?
You miss it all.
No. You leave
Right.
your backside exposed.
I don't know.
Oh, heck yeah. Good
Think
point.
about it.
Good
You're live and
point.
local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Later in the week, Dr. Rosemary Stein.
I'm
She'll be here on
excited.
Wednesday and on Thursday.
Thursday, the big day.
Lieutenant Governor to be Mark Robinson will be joining us by
You
phone.
are wanting that to be true, right?
I
well,
know
we
it's
know it's
going to
gonna
be
be
true. All right, don't go away. We'll be back in about 22 hours. Have a good rest of your day. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty decent day weather-wise.